What La Niña will do to Earth in 2025. La Niña is a climate phenomenon that can dramatically alter weather patterns around the globe. It's caused by the cooling of ocean surface temperatures in the central and eastern Pacific. As a counterpart to El Niño, La Niña often brings extreme weather conditions, from droughts to floods, impacting economies, agriculture, and everyday life. So, what might La Niña do to Earth in 2025? Understanding La Niña's global impact. La Niña events typically occur every 2 to 7 years and last between 9 months and 2 years. When ocean temperatures drop, it triggers a chain reaction in atmospheric circulation, leading to distinct and sometimes harsh weather conditions. In 2025, if La Niña takes hold, here's what the world might expect. 1. Heavy rains and flooding in Southeast Asia and Australia. La Niña tends to bring increased rainfall to Southeast Asia and Australia. In 2025, we could see an increased risk of flooding in parts of these regions, particularly during their rainy seasons. Countries like Indonesia, the Philippines, and Northern Australia are especially vulnerable to torrential downpours, which could trigger flash floods, landslides, and damage to agriculture. 2. Drought in the Americas. While some parts of the world experience heavy rainfall during La Niña, others face drought. The southern United States, Central America, and parts of South America, such as Brazil and Argentina, are often hit with drier than usual conditions. In 2025, this could severely impact farming regions, leading to crop shortages, water restrictions, and economic strain in agricultural sectors. 3. Colder winters in North America. La Niña is known for bringing colder and wetter winters to the northern United States and Canada. In 2025, this could result in an increase in snowstorms, icy conditions, and freezing temperatures, particularly in the Pacific Northwest and Great Lakes regions. The winter of 2025 might be harsher, with more snow accumulation and a longer winter season, disrupting transportation and energy demands. 4. Hurricanes in the Atlantic. La Niña has a strong influence on the Atlantic hurricane season. Warmer Atlantic waters and favorable wind patterns mean that hurricane activity is usually heightened during La Niña years. In 2025, we could see an increase in both the frequency and intensity of hurricanes. Coastal communities in the United States, the Caribbean, and Mexico may need to brace for a particularly active storm season, with a greater likelihood of devastating hurricanes making landfall. 5. Disruption to global food supply chains. Extreme weather conditions caused by La Niña can lead to agricultural disruptions across the globe. With parts of the world experiencing heavy rains and others suffering from droughts, food production could be impacted, particularly in key farming regions. Countries reliant on agriculture for export, such as Australia and Argentina, may see lower yields, potentially leading to higher food prices worldwide in 2025. 6. Wildfires in western U.S. and Mediterranean. La Niña is often associated with drier conditions in parts of the western United States and southern Europe. In 2025, these regions could be at an elevated risk for wildfires. With drought conditions exacerbating dry vegetation, any spark could lead to widespread fires. This could strain emergency response systems and displace thousands of residents. 7. Economic and humanitarian crises. La Niña's extreme weather impacts often have a domino effect on economies and societies. In 2025, the combined effects of drought, floods, and storms could lead to displaced communities, economic slowdowns in agriculture and tourism, and rising humanitarian needs in affected areas. Governments and international organizations may need to ramp up efforts to address food shortages, water scarcity, and disaster relief. Preparing for La Niña in 2025. While La Niña's exact impact in 2025 will depend on its intensity and duration, many regions are already preparing for potential consequences. Scientists and meteorologists closely monitor ocean temperatures and atmospheric patterns to provide early warnings. Governments, too, are investing in infrastructure, disaster preparedness, and climate resilience to mitigate the effects. The key to minimizing the damage caused by La Niña is proactive adaptation. This includes securing water resources in drought-prone regions, improving flood defenses, and enhancing disaster response capabilities. Individuals in affected areas should stay informed about local forecasts and take steps to prepare their homes and communities for the possible effects of La Niña in 2025. Conclusion: La Niña has the power to drastically reshape global weather patterns, and its influence could be felt strongly in 2025. From increased hurricane activity to severe droughts, La Niña's effects are wide-reaching. As the world faces more unpredictable and extreme weather events, understanding and preparing for these climate phenomena will become even more crucial. The question remains, will we be ready for what La Niña brings in 2025?